So I was thinking about this post that I saw recently, and they said icespice needs to reheat these nachos, and they said she reheated them too many times, that's why we're here today. And exactly, because what do you mean she needs to reheat nachos when she's basically in the same era? Okay, she's basically in the same era. And it's so funny to me because it was literally after she released Deli that I got tired of her. I'm like, okay, she's just doing the same shit over and over and over again, saying she needs to reheat nachos, and she's barely been out. But this kind of got me thinking. I kind of wanted to talk about the phenomena of that and everything. Artists who I feel like kind of keep making similar stuff and everything. Is it something you're here for? If it's done right, are you not here for it? And we can have that whole conversation. And so yeah, basically to reheat nachos and everything is to kind of do similar music, similar sounds to what you were doing before and stuff that you were having success with. Okay, so that's basically what it means. And so that's kind of the definition there. Meghantrainor definitely reheated a lot of nachos, you know. And it's also kind of, I want to talk about one trick pony kind of thing. Like that's kind of what I'm leaning in towards this video, so it might be titled that. But Meghantrainor first album, 8. It was such a good album. Okay, I actually bought it on iTunes at the time, and I had to really like an album to buy it on iTunes, so I was fond of it. Okay, her second album, I don't remember it that much. I do remember the singles. That's whenever she was doing Me Too and No. She dyed her hair red. She was kind of having a change of sound. I was like, okay, this is cute. And then after that, I never heard from her for like years actually. I think this was the next album. I didn't hear about this album till like 3 years after she released it. I don't know what was going on with the promotion and stuff like that. I think she tried to go different sonically. It didn't work for her. And then after that, I think the Christmas album was after that, if I remember correctly. And then we had this Taking It Back album where she was basically like, yeah, like y'all want me to keep doing that 50s doo-wop sound, like I'm gonna do the same shit. Like she literally reheated her nachos and did the same thing. And I think she's doing the same thing with her new album. And I agree with someone saying that Meghantrainor necessarily isn't a one-hit wonder, but she is a one-trick pony. If you listen to a lot of her songs, like sonically, it's kind of the same thing. And Meghantrainor was good for her era, but now it's like pack it up. It's like pack it up. That first album was goated though. That first album was goated. I won't let anybody tell you otherwise, okay? Like I'm Gonna Lose You 8, the title track 8. I remember liking Hips Are Moving at the time. I liked All About That Bass at the time. She had some really good songs on this album. She had some really good songs on this album. But yeah, Meghantrainor, definition of one trick pony, I fear. Also, something that was funny to me is one of my friends, Liz, said that Lizzo is the black Meghantrainor, and he ate. I am so sorry. Lizzo, she might be trying to reheat nachos as of late. I do not care, but I don't know. I thought that was funny. I had to add that in, especially talking about Meghantrainor. Streets have been saying that Lady Gaga is attempting to kind of reheat her nachos in a sense with what she's doing with her new song, Abracadabra, and listening to it and hearing Born This Way, the album. I will be reviewing that on YouTube. It might be out by the time you watch this and everything. But yeah, I can definitely hear the similarities in there, especially what she's trying to do with the song structure, what she's trying to do with the chorus and everything. It's reminding me of stuff like Judas, Marry the Night, just in terms of the song structure. So she's definitely attempting to redo that. I think Lady Gaga has had, you know, different phases in her career, like trying to change up her sound and stuff like that. That Joanne album, don't even get me on it. You could say she tried to do that with Chromatica too. Chromatica 8. And when I say Chromatica better than Born This Way, then what? But yeah, she's kind of doing it as of late. People are eating up Abracadabra. I'm not very fond of it. I have been said that there's only like a small section of the chorus that I like, and the rest of the song feels like filler for the chorus. But you know, that's what people are talking about right now. The streets said that Katyperry tried to reheat her nachos and do a similar moment when she was doing her Harleys and Hawaii stuff and everything like that. I think this was like the Smile era and everything, kind of reminisce to that 2010s era that she was doing with stuff like Teenage Dream and Roar and all that stuff. The streets love Harleys and Hawaii, okay? That album did not do well, however. Y'all know I don't go up for Katyperry, so she tried and she failed. An example of an artist who is kind of doing similar things, but I don't mind for the most part, is brunomars. Recently, he has been trying to get more out of the box, okay? He did the Fat, Juicy, and Wet song, which I wasn't a fan of. He did a song with Lady Gaga, Die With A Smile. He did that Apartment song with Rose, which I wasn't really that fond of either. He's trying to branch and do some different things. I think the thing with this conversation and everything is, like, I feel there's a way to kind of make stuff in a similar realm as what you're doing, but not have it feel like you're doing the same thing. For the most part, I feel like Bruno Mars does that, okay? So he's either going to give you some great ballads or he's going to give you a great up-tempo. So yeah, but he finds ways to kind of grow within that. So he's an example of someone I can enjoy with that. Even then, it took me some time to warm up to Bruno Mars. As I stated before, I used to not like his singles because they were just so big and I couldn't stand them. his recent songs as of the Silk Sonic album, like Leave the Door Open and Skate, Die with a Smile, those are some of my favorite Bruno Mars songs. I'm warming up to him more now and everything. Maybe I should go and listen to his albums back then, I don't know, but I'm probably gonna get PTSD from Uptown Funk and Grenade, so I don't know if I want to put myself through that. But Bruno Mars is somebody who I feel like is growing and is able to write something in that same kind of like throwback lane that he loves to get into, but it doesn't feel like he's making the same song, same song, same song, same song. Like, he's really good with his chord progressions and his songwriting. So he's an example of someone where, like, I get he's trying to jump out and trying to do different things. He doesn't want to be typecasted and everything. I get that. But at a certain point, it's just some of the stuff isn't good. Okay, Finesse with Cardi B, I thought that was a good step. And then it's like what you did with Sexy Red, it's just kind of taking all that back. What do you guys think on this topic overall? Do you guys want to see people reheat their nachos, like an era you really love? You're like, they have to run it back. I need something kind of in that vein again, or something inspired in that vein. I think that I have felt that way sometimes about my favorite artists like Mariah Carey. I would love her to have her next album be very poppy, kind of giving me those rainbow vibes. Like, I would really like that, okay? And I think I just want kind of the essence of it. Obviously, I don't want her to make the same exact songs, which I don't think she's going to do, for the record. But sometimes it's just artists have a really good air and you're like, I kind of need a little bit more of that, okay? And a lot of people, for Beyonce, they keep wanting her to go back into her 2000s bag, and I'm kind of just like, go listen to the albums, okay? Because she still is giving you R&B stuff. It's just she's elevated it with stuff like Plastic Off the Sofa, for example, and the productions and the vocal arrangements and the lyrics. It's been upgraded, no pun intended, from whenever she was first doing music, and she's really grown within that. And so, yeah, I made a whole video kind of talking about artistic growth and why I feel like it is important. And so I'll try to link that below. And that was one I just recently remembered that I actually made and everything. But yeah, in summation, I feel like there's a way to grow within your sound without becoming stagnant and everything. There really is. There's a way to make a great R&B song continuously without kind of always going toward the same formula and just working with new people and all those things. And so, yeah, I don't want them to necessarily make the exact same thing. Sometimes you want a little bit of the essence of it. But if you listen to an artist and you just want, you know, the same type of song the same type of way, and you don't want to really have them grow that much, it's kind of an issue, okay? And icespice, I made a video about why she wasn't going to have longevity. It keeps aging like fine wine, and I'll try to link that one below as well. But yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty of girls in the rap scene are doing really well as of late. Gorilla is really popping off. You guys know I like Flo Milli, Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion has really grown each product, and I feel like Megan Act 2 is her best. And there's just so many good songs on there. Okay, Bigger in Texas, yeah, that's my song. That might be my favorite Megan Thee Stallion song. I also really like Kitty Cat, which wasn't on the album, was on one of her other albums and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. And then there's the whole thing about some people thinking that nachos were stolen from other artists and stuff like that. People been saying as of late that Shakira is stealing Beyonce's nachos and everything like that because of the aesthetic she's giving for her new tour. It's very similar of Renaissance. But hey, Shakira said she was studying. She gave credit where credit is due, okay? And then Dionne Warwick didn't get what it meant, so someone explained. They said that Cilla Black was stealing her nachos and everything. So I don't know. I think there's a realm of creativity that we can explore in, that we can grow within. And so, yeah, but I don't know. Also, let me know down below in the comments, who do you guys feel like are kind of some one-trick ponies, someone who's been reheating their nachos as of late, and kind of continue that conversation. But yeah, this tweet was funny to me. That's why I had to retweet it. I wanted to have a larger conversation on this topic.